sine theta is equal to 2 times negative 2 times the square root of 5 over 5. How about that? Don't I just multiply both sides by negative square root of 5 over 5? And if I multiply that by 2, it'd be negative 2 square root of 5 over 5. And those are your two answers. And you know what? If you went tangent theta is equal to sine, look at this, over cosine, wouldn't the square root of 5s over 5s cancel? And the minus signs would cancel? And you'd be left with peace, sister and brother. I was looking at this side of the room and then this side of the room. That was what my brain was telling my head to do right there. I trained myself to do that. Now, oh, look at how much time I have left. That's great. Think I can pull this off? No. Thank you. I think I can. I'm supposed to write on this flag. I'm going to write on this flag, I mean. No, I can't seem to find the... How does that happen? How do things... I didn't throw them. This happens to me a lot. I don't understand.
Maybe it's under the calculus book.
It's under this?
No, under the not under the calculus book. There's like a. If you go under both of these, under the other one, there's like a step. Oh no, there was a book. Sorry.
No, these I already gave to you. Wait a minute. Ah, here they are. Oh, these are awesome. We can do this. Would you rather have no homework tomorrow?
Just like in a year.
All right. Now, I hope you noticed that as I did these problems, to get the answer, I had to turn things into other things, didn't I? I had to substitute how one thing looks for another thing looks. And the same idea is going to hold for this. Now, what I want to do, now please note, we are still using the other trig identities that are on there. So save the papers. What you might write here is write this down, change things into sine and cosine to help you. Like for example, look at number 2. Number 2 has tangent x times cotangent x. Let's turn it into sines and cosines. Wouldn't this be the same as sine x over cosine x times cosine x over sine x? And doesn't this just equal 1 now? Everything cancels. You know? Yeah. Now, let's look at number 3. This is your first homework problem. It's the secant of negative x times the cotangent of x. Well, the first thing, we don't want that negative x, so you're going to look up at the top there, okay? And you notice that the secant of negative x is equal to the secant of x. Do you see that? It's one of the identities, the negative identities. So you know what that means I can do? Watch. See ya. Okay? Now, look what I wrote here. Change things into sine and cosine. The secant is 1 over the cosine of x, right? The cotangent is the cosine of x divided by the sine of x, right? This is how you get things to cancel out and simplify. So you cross these two out, and you're left with 1 over the sine of x, and that is equal to the cosecant of x. So in other words, secant x, cotangent x, equals cosecant x. Lindsay, you really should be watching this. But it's up to you. I'm just breaking you out of your spell there. Okay, so all the problems up to 16 go like this. Okay? And if you notice, like look at number 12 for example. Do you see the numerator? That's the difference of two squares. 1 minus sine to the fourth. Wouldn't that be 1 minus sine squared times 1 plus sine squared? Do you see that? Well, what's 1 minus sine squared? It's cosine squared. Look, if I put this over here, 1 minus sine squared is cosine squared. So you're looking for these things to put in here and simplify it down. Of course, I'm going to go over them tomorrow. Now, look, I'm going to do one. I have time to do one more problem for you, and I'm going to do this one. Number 17. Number 17 says verify. Now, here's what, let me write this down first, and then I want to talk about it. Oops. Now the ones, like you see this one I did here, I simplified it and it turned into cosecant x, right? This one says verify. Now watch this. How about this? If I took this off, the directions would be simplify. Now it says verify. So in other words, all these mean is, this is what the answer is, make sure you get that. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so I have to do this now. So this is going to be sine squared x plus 2 sine x cosine x plus cosine squared x. Do you understand what I just did? It's the first, I just did sine x plus cosine x times sine x plus cosine x. So you square the first piece, you multiply these two together and double it, and you square the last piece, right? If I had x plus 2 squared, it would be x squared plus 4x plus 4. First piece squared, multiply them together and double it, last piece squared. You do the same thing, these are just words. Okay? Then it's going to be plus, and I'm going to be out of room, so I'm going to come down here. Sine squared x. Now watch, if I add these together, I have, if I multiply those together, I have negative sine x cosine x, right? And then I double it, and I get negative 2 sine x cosine x, and then it's going to be plus cosine squared x. Agreed?
Agreed.
Look what we got. You see this piece here, and you see this piece here? Those are opposites, aren't they? They're gone. Now look what I have. Sine squared x plus cosine squared x plus sine squared x plus cosine squared x. Now look. What does sine squared x plus cosine squared x equal? It equals 1. This is 1 plus 1 equals 2. This is fun. It's like doing a crossword puzzle in the New York Times. 3 through 36 thirds.
Would that be the answer for number 6 too?
For what?
Number 6?
For number 6.
Well, it says simplify.
No, for number 6, I would turn that tangent into sine over cosine. And then I'd multiply that out. Okay? Try the ones you can do. I'll be going over this mañana. That means tomorrow. You won't be here tomorrow? I'll go over it again for you next week. Okay, now those of you who just got the homework assignment today from yesterday, when the bell rings, if you stay behind for 3 or 4 minutes, I can get you going on the things I didn't go over. Once I get you going in a few minutes, you'll go, okay, I got it. Just don't leave while my back's to you and I'm still talking because you got it already.
Are you going over anything?
Probably not. Probably not. Yes?
Don't tell.
Yes, you can. Hi. Hi.
What?
When I leave,
Courtney?
so he's like,
That's all right. All right. You guys, I'll see ya.